Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Sunday. Hi, Rebecca. Existential. Hello. I don't know if I've said this recently. I really like your name. Anthony. Hello. Joey. Michelle. Hello. Nina. Candia. Momo. Kat. Thanks for lurking, Momo. I appreciate it. Hi, Michael. Okay. I'm a proficient person who is capable of adjusting my volume and keeping it pushing. Hello. Oh, Michelle, listen. I have seen that the Nikki update is happening, I guess, Tuesday. Isn't it tomorrow? Well, I think it happens tomorrow, but because of the time zone, maybe Tuesday would be like earliest time for me to play it. I don't know exactly. We're going to go to the Scrooge's shop, by the way. We're going to be working on a DreamSnap today in case the stream title didn't clue you in on that. We're working on a DreamSnap, but I got to do the things. Oh, look at that. Yes. Thank you, Scrooge. What was I saying? Infinity Nikki update. I'm intrigued about it. The little like housing plot trailer that I saw looked like a confusing way to build a house. I'm not gonna lie. It did not look inviting to me personally. I'm kind of still wanting to check it out, but then I've caught some whiffs of some drama, such as like furniture sets only giving you a set number of pieces of like these are like purchasable furniture sets with real world money, only giving you a certain number of furniture pieces, and then you'd have to like buy it again to get more. Like there would be no way to actually craft them in game, you know what I mean? That's a mess. That's a little messy boots. Scuba Steve, hello. Karen, Kitty, welcome in. Thanks for lurking. I hope you're having a good day. Do I listen to audiobooks? I do. On occasion. I do. Yana, hello. You think Nikki gets a standard default house regardless? You don't have to build it? Well, that's good. Because I was like, what do you mean? Okay, so imagine me. Tink's avatar here is Nikki. Imagine this building, Scrooge's, is a house. As I'm it's like you run and you build the wall piece by piece as you run. What? No, it's not for me. Scrooge hates you this update. I will say that's the first new thing I've had from Scrooge in some time, since probably the day after the update, maybe 2 days after the update. I'm still missing a bunch of Storybook Fail stuff, unfortunately. They just posted an apology letter. I did see that. I didn't read the whole letter because I saw it like right before stream started. But I saw a little like screenshot of some of it, I guess. So they might be changing that, but I really thought that was a bit of something. Lady Danbury, hello. Technically Monday night. Okay, I was like, I think I saw that it was September 1st, but I know it does tend to happen in the evening sort of thing. You get a pre-built house. Yeah, it's going to be money, but also you get lots of freebies. There are freebies. I don't know. I just like, I can't bring myself to spend more money on Infinity Nikki, I don't think. You watched a breakdown of the Nikki housing pricing and epitome of doing too much. Now, okay. To be fair to Infinity Nikki, in the fairest way I can be fair, it is a gacha game. Like, the point of it is to make it so that people can, if they so choose, spend an absolutely inordinate amount of money. And you know what? They accomplished that. That being said, like, so they're not doing anything that's not been done before. That being said, that doesn't mean we have to like it, you know? Doesn't mean we have to like it. There's gonna be a housing gallery like The Sims. I didn't see that. Okay, let me double check this DreamSnap theme, but I have an idea. I keep wanting to call it Nature's Calling, but that's the name of the event from The Sims that we had recently. This DreamSnap theme is called Nature Takeover. The description is Get Wild. This week, your valley falls under nature's rule. Show us the most overgrown, wild, or abandoned part of your valley where nature has taken control. And you know what I think of? When I think about overgrown, when I think about wild, abandoned, why yes, Atlantis. So we're probably going to be doing an Atlantis stream snap, and it's going to be fabulous. You didn't get a single color variant of storybook stuff? Wait, what do you mean by that? They said we get around 1,000 furniture pieces for free. Yes. Yes, there is free furniture for sure, for sure.
This place
okay. Now, I am going to do this probably on our fancy new ancient island, I think. You submitted your DreamSnap? Amazing. I wish it were not raining. In Scrooge news. Wait, you finally got the stone fence? I'm jealous. I don't have the stone fence. There's one or two other things that I don't have. Clearly those are not as important to me because I cannot remember what they were. This rain is absolutely diabolical. Now, here's the tea. I need space. But it would be cute to have the actual, like, built-in ruins in the background of the image. Maybe I could have them sort of to one side. I don't love doing a diagonal picture because then everything gets kind of thrown off. But I could try, or we could take a quick run around and see if there's a spot in Eternity Isle where we simultaneously have a fun feature and a lot of space. I'm not sure. Funko Pop announced Milo and Kita figures. Now hold up. Did this come with images? Give me a minute. I do not collect like Funko Pops. I have a couple. I have the Gwirls from Vox Machina. So that's Pike, Vex, and Keyleth. I have Trinket. And I think I'm Maleficent, but I feel like I got that from like some kind of subscription box. Milo. Okay, that would be the easy way to find this. Sorry, we had to pause because this is incredibly important. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! Sorry for yelling at you. That's a very blurry picture. That's less blurry. I will show you, don't worry. Open a new tab. Hi, Lucy. Hello. Oh, we are so zoomed in. Why are we so zoomed in? It's fine. It's fine. No. This'll work. In case any of you cared, this is of specific interest to me personally. I love Milo and Kita. Look at that! They're cutie patooties. Now, when are we getting them in Dreamlight Valley, though? That's my question. Anyway, you feel like Nikki can be enjoyed and played for free, but also if you know you're a FOMO person, probably best to stay away. Yes, that's kind of how I feel too. Okay, back to looking and seeing if there's a spot. My inkling will be probably not, because of the shaping of Eternity Isle, but that might actually be a benefit right now. You got the elegant stone fence yesterday? Oh no. I mean, that's great for you. I meant oh no in the sense that I'm jealous, but I'm very pleased for you. That's exciting. This is not completely dissimilar to kind of what we're going to be working on, by the way. Fun Atlantean ruins vibes. This was from an old DreamSnap, but it's going to be more wild than this, more overgrown, more exciting. I think we're going to just have to deal with the floating island. But while I'm here, it's actually good because I can pick up this floating orb that I will want to use and that we only have one of, and that I should have written down the name of. We'll find it eventually. Remove this. I think I have a bunch of these, but I'm going to pick up all of this stuff too, just so I have it. Ruins. Yes, time bending table I probably have 10 million of. I'll leave that little section for now. Why not? Merlin can have it. You can't get into collecting something else. I understand. I try to stay away from collectible things because I do like to have pretty things. You finally got the Aurora chest, so you're revamping your storage. Oh, amazing. And you got the Haunted Mansion. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I think I would like to have that in the background. Path going through, see the Guardian and the cool statue head thing. Lots of wilderness around, like you can only see through the center path a little bit. Is that the vibe? The lighting is better this way. We have the character lighting now, but that kind of looks weird sometimes. We'll try it. We'll try it. We'll try it. Hi, Jessica. Hello. You got the green thorn a couple days ago. I don't have that, but I've heard people say that it's been coming into their shop. Okay. Here's the thing. We need space for padding because one thing I do not do when I decorate decor challenges is actually pay attention to the tags. So I need a little spot to plop a couple things if I need to. Slay. I'm also going to grab a bunch of stuff from the ancient civilization. Where do you live? There. You just redesigned your meadow and you were able to fit 3 neighborhoods with 17 houses. 17 houses feels like a lot. You know what I just found earlier today when I was working on my thumbnail? I found a picture of my last meadow build, the one that was kind of like 2 neighborhoods and it had the whole, what? Why did I put this at all? Anyway, it had the whole cottage neighborhood. That was a cute build. Sometimes I forget the things that I build. I don't think I had 17 houses, but that was a pretty squishy build and I ended up being pretty proud of myself for being able to fit all of that in there. Hi, Ty. Hello. I feel that existential, but at the same time, we have like a week to complete it, so I don't really mind too much. I feel like a week is doable. I think we're gonna go with blue because why would we go with any other color? Okay, I have a vision. I have one vision. I have one vision, so we're gonna have to hope that it goes well. I'll show you after I'm done putting this stuff down. Here's the thing. Raise your hand if you are a like DreamSnap planner. Like, do you know what you're doing before you start working on your DreamSnap? Or are you somebody who just kind of starts doing something and hopefully something good happens? I'm mostly the latter. I sometimes have like a vibe that I feel like I'm going to try to be achieving. Sometimes it's not that much beyond what the actual straight up theme is. So how helpful is that? Who's to say? But often it's like, yeah, I know what I'm gonna wear maybe, or like maybe what pose I'm gonna use, but beyond that, it's a mystery. We're gonna have to find out. Might be able to pop that back there. No, you just throw stuff down and wish for the best. I respect it. Just hope for divine intervention. Me too. I'm like, if I just do something, maybe something will work. Okay, let me get a rug. My go-to little green boy. Thank you. I think I'm about there. You typically only plan biome and then just kind of make it up as you go. Yeah. Well, snaps and claps for me. Look at the precision there. Okay. We have this. My idea, here's the thing, if this is not going to work, we really have nothing to go off of. But we're gonna try, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. You had a very strong vision for this week's snap, but usually you try whatever and just hope for the best. I got you. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be wearing... sometimes I like to make my dream snap in not the outfit I'm going to be wearing. I don't know why. I'm going to be wearing this. We're going to have our cute little robot. I'll take that. Don't mind if I do. Not this purse. Girl, what are you doing? I think I just, for some reason, have the purse on my default outfit right now. So it always ends up going on all of my outfits. Actually, I can't. Oh, I can't have the robot because we have 2 critters now. Well, actually, I can't because it's fine. We're going to figure it out. You like to take a couple days to think it over and plan. I can't do that because I know if I did that, I would change my mind by the time I actually started doing stuff. You changed your outfit and sat in your overgrown forest of valor and called it a day. Fair. You haven't paid attention to dream snaps until recently. When do we vote on this week's dream snap we create? So this week when we're creating Nature Takeover, the last day to do that will be on like Tuesday, and then it turns over Wednesday morning. Starting Wednesday morning is when we'll start voting on Nature Takeover, if that makes sense. So last week, the theme was Farmers Market Fantasy, and this is what the voting is for this week. And then the week before that was Under Construction, and this is what we got rewarded for. So it's like, this week we're doing Nature Takeover. Next week we'll be voting on Nature Takeover, and then the week after that we'll get the rewards for it. Okay, my plan. I think it's gonna be too high, this little thing. I think it would be cute if there were a world in which I use the hey hey pose to like reach over to touch the fish. This is not revolutionary. I want to touch the fish is what I want to do. And I think I could do that. I actually forgot what Hey Hey's pose was. I don't know why I pulled him out this morning when I was working on my thumbnail, and I was like, oh, it's like a little reaching pose. I can reach for the fish. Sometimes you really hope a randomly decorated area in your valley works so you don't have to do any effort. I don't often decorate or do dream snaps in already decorated areas because I feel like they don't tend to work for me. My decorating doesn't it's not the vibe for dream snaps often. Turn invisible. Pose. Look! Oh, we're touching the fish! We're touching the fish's eyeball. It's the small joys in life. We can do something like this, and we'll have lots of, is there a world where... You know what? This is so fine, and I don't want to mess with it. I might push me back a little bit, though. Genius, don't flatter me. It's fine. Madeline, hello, hello. You need to pay more attention to dream snaps for the moonstones. It's also been a year since you've played. Yeah, dream snaps is one of those things that I often wish I could care less about, but if I don't have to spend real money on moonstones as much, that makes me happy. So I'm just gonna mind my own business and do my thing. The VOD you were watching last night had you cracking up with the weird bell face moment from last year. Oh, the bell in memoriam? He tried to go with an Avatar theme for this dream snap. The way I've seen the Avatar show, legitimately like 2 times all the way through. And I think I've seen the first season multiple times beyond that, because I do the same thing I do with Once Upon a Time, where I end up like trying to watch the show again and getting to the end of the first season and then just stopping and then restarting eventually. I really don't remember anything from Avatar. I mean, I remember like a couple of things, but surprisingly little. It might be time to attempt to watch it again. Okay, we're going to be using these trees And I might see if I can also use some of the wild tangle ones. Mix it up a little bit. There's also a smaller one, I think. These? Yes. You're pretty nervous to see how your snap will do since it's the first where you've hidden your avatar. Ah, yeah, I thought about hiding my avatar and I decided I don't know that it's necessary. I know we have a lot of the, well, all of, if I'm not mistaken, the example pictures that have the avatar hidden, but I don't know. I have no data to prove this. It's just kind of like a hunch that I feel like people tend to prefer seeing avatars in pictures. And so as long as I can get the overgrown, wild, naturey vibes, I think I'm just gonna stick with my avatar in it. The only thing is these are all the same shape. But I also feel like they look the best. And having something like this in there is not really gonna make a lot of sense. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I can throw a root arch in there somewhere. Have we started building the DreamSnap? Incredibly barely. We have begun to conceptualize. I think the other arch we have is smaller than this. And I think, yeah, the bigger arch would be better if we use one. Your data is the one picture you used, no avatar you bombed. So that's your only reasoning as for not hiding it. That's fair, that's fair. I think I need to move that closer to me. And also move this that way a little bit, because I want to see this spaceship look in ruins. No avatar can work, but then you need another good focal point. Yeah. Or just like, I don't know. I feel like it's having an avatar in the picture. Yeah, it gives your eye something to like immediately focus on. And I feel like it can help to take the heat off of some other things. We can't see the spaceship, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna need the arch because otherwise this would just be a very... It's gonna give like... you know, in movies where people are trapped in a room and the two walls are like coming in from both sides and the person's eventually going to be smushed, right? And then they try to like put their shoulders on one side and their feet on the other side to like keep the walls from coming in. It would give that point where the walls are both right there and I'm in the middle and there's nothing else, just like walls and thing. So we need the arch, I think, is what I'm trying to say. Hi, Tansy. Hello. You're gonna put Kristoff in yours? He's lost in the woods. Amazing. Speaking of Frozen, did anybody see the Disney Princess concert thing that was like yesterday or the day before? Calling it Disney Princess concert is a little bit generous, but that's what it was officially called, so I will respect it by calling it that. It was an 11-minute medley. Let me just say, Anika Nani Rose, a legend and an icon. So much poise, so much presence. Like, oh my goodness. I was just like gobsmacked. I mean, I've seen her, not live, but like I've seen her perform before, but she's not somebody that I see like perform all the time. And the way she can kind of just like, it's giving like standing there and doing nothing, but it's like enthralling. I don't know how to explain it. Anthony, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships to the community. I appreciate you so much. And welcome to the new channel members. I don't think it popped up for me yet. Don't forget to check your membership perks. We got cute emotes and other things. It'll be great. You heard Tiana slayed, so that's sufficient. She was so good. The medley, I just found it on YouTube. I think the official Disney YouTube channel posted it. But if you search like Disney Princess Concert Disneyland, you would probably find it if I had to guess, because it was in honor of the 70th anniversary of Disneyland, I think. Oh, that's going to hide the Guardian. Is that worth it? We'll rotate her a little bit. Disney Plus has it, you think, but you could be making it up. It might, because I assume it was part of like a larger kind of presentation or something. Oh, you want to know one thing, though, that happened that I was like, I get it, but it feels disrespectful. The people that were announcing that they were about to do the concert, you know, they were like, I don't know. People announce things. They're like, you're here. It's the anniversary. We're going to have the original voices of the princesses sing their little songs. And it was Jennifer Goodwin, Slay. I don't remember what it said for her on her little name placard, but I'm assuming it probably said Snow White in Once Upon a Time. I don't know. But then also Susan Egan. And for Susan Egan's description, it said original Belle on Broadway, which she was, respect. But Susan Egan, I don't know. There's something that feels kind of disrespectful about not acknowledging the fact that she's Meg, you know? From Hercules, I understand this was a princess thing. We're not here to talk about Meg because she's unfortunately not considered a princess anymore. But, right, Meg is what, the one with Jodie Benson? Jodie Benson was in it. Jodie Benson, Paige O'Hara, Anika, Ali. I think it was those 4. Maybe we prioritize this statue in the back instead. We do path through here, leave a crevice there or something. Jodie Benson is a national treasure. Let me just say, I have so much respect for singers in general, but also, like, The Little Mermaid was a very long time ago. That movie came out a very long time ago. And I think it's really cool when singers who are, like, older, because Jodie Benson is, I don't know how old she is. I would assume probably in her like 50s, late 50s, 60s, something like that. When they can make their voice sound so young, like, I understand it's all about like, it's like the color of your vowel. Like, I understand how it's done. I just find it impressive when I see someone do it. It's like the position of your larynx, etc., etc. And I still find it really cool. I feel like I have a dream and I'm not going to be able to accomplish it. It baffles you how Jodie Benson still manages to sound like a teenager. It's impressive. You think you saw a snippet on TikTok? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It would have been so cool to be there. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my goodness. It would have been so cool. Listen. If I ever got to see an actual Disney princess perform an actual Disney princess song in real life, I think I would just like cease to exist. The Little Mermaid was a very long time ago makes you feel very old. I didn't mean to do that. Just like realistically it was. When did that movie come out? 89 or something like that? It was a while ago. Okay. We're on to something. I have not heard that, Ty. $1990. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, it was sometime like late 80s, early 90s. Maybe Beauty and the Beast was like, no, Beauty and the Beast was 92, maybe? I don't know. I don't need to know this. Okay, where can I put you? More flower tree. Wait, okay, let me figure this out. Because I definitely need more ruins. I don't think that's going to be able to go there. I think this is going to have to be able to go somewhere in front. Actually, leave you there, put one in front, figure out what we're doing. Will this be one of our more chaotic DreamSnaps builds, potentially? Do you dare stop simming to make a DreamSnap that you probably won't like? You know what? That is up to you. One thing though, I won't say what it was, but people who play The Sims, y'all see the artwork that's been floating around about a certain something that's going to be coming to the game sometime soon, allegedly? Potentially. Let's see. I think I do need to get rid of this. We'll try to use it somewhere else. I do want like a little bench moment here. We'll put some plants and stuff. I don't know why. I'm not like on social media about The Sims and stuff. I mean, I follow the official Sims channels. I think it's just because I follow multiple Sims content creators, and a couple of the ones that I follow are up in a lot of people's business. So I tend to see like a lot of Sim stuff that I don't really need to be seeing, that doesn't have anything to do with me yet. Oh no! That was really rude. But I mean, I'm interested. I don't know if it's quite to the point of being intrigued, but I'm curious. We'll call it curiosity. They really plan to milk The Sims 4 as long as humanly possible. Well, here's the thing. Yes, I feel like we are able to say that kind of definitively, because they have said that they're not going to make The Sims 5, or at least currently they have no plans to make The Sims 5. And I'm pretty sure, I think they made this announcement like last year or the year before. I think the reasoning they said was because they already have so many, like such a big player base for The Sims 4. And they don't want people to have to like shift to a new game. Because like, to be clear, I would imagine that this is a business decision, not something that's out of the kindness of their hearts. Like, I think it's because, you know, when you are switching to a new version of a game, like not everybody that plays the game is going to transfer over to that new edition. So maintaining their current player base is like smart. But, We have like, I don't know how many DLC we have for The Sims 4. It's a lot. It's like so many. And the fact that it's gonna go on for an unspecified additional period of time with more and more packs being added, it's like somewhat concerning. You've never played The Sims, Lady Danbury? Honestly, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. This is the first Sims game I've ever played, The Sims 4. And I do enjoy it, but I enjoy it in the way I enjoy a TikTok fantasy romance. It's really fun sometimes to dive into and to live in obsessively for a short period of time. And then I need a very extended break, And I think like also sometimes I convince myself I like it more than I actually do, you know? You haven't even touched a Sims game after 2, but surely many Sims 4 players would prefer a new game. Well, yes. Well, yes, because The Sims 4 is buggy, and unfortunately, I don't know how much they can do to, like, actually address that in the current game. Like, I think it's just the way that the game is actually built. Oh, this is broken as all get out. I'm abandoning you then. Yeah, so writing a new game with better code, I think, would be nice. But it's also more time and money for them to build a new game when they could, allegedly, not speaking to their absolute intention, but a possible intention, they could just give us a pack selector in our main menu and allow us to disable packs that are giving us problems instead of giving us a game that would be able to run the packs without problems. But it's just a potential. You love building in it. The Sims 4 is your first one as well. I want to get into building in The Sims 4 really badly because I feel like it would be so fun, but it's also very intimidating. I feel kind of similarly about building in The Sims 4 to how I felt about decorating in Animal Crossing. Like, I feel like it's cute and what a lot of people do a lot in the game, and I just don't know if I have the skill set to do such a thing. Makes you wonder if they'll do a Dreamlight Valley 2 or just keep doing expansions. I don't know if there's necessarily like a reason to do a Dreamlight Valley 2, partially because y'all, I'm thinking of a stone path that's kind of like this, but kind of like gray blue. Do you all know what that's called? Partially because of the fact that if they just restarted with a new version of Dreamlight Valley, we'd continue getting characters, but we'd never have, like, as it is, we're probably never going to have all of the main characters in the game because there are too many characters and there aren't enough updates. But if they, every couple of years, just put out a new game, it's like, then you kind of go back to ground zero, and it's like you never really get to a point where you're actually, oh, I think this broken cobblestone path is what I was thinking of. You never actually get to a point where you have like that big group of characters all interacting and such. They added a pack selector at the most recent update. Oh, I know. Trust me, I heard. I actually haven't opened my Sims games since then. Like, I think it'll be fine. I just mostly don't want to update my mods. So I'm like, once I feel an intense urge to play again, I'll take care of it. But for now, I don't know. It's cool that they added some different skin details though. That was fun. It was a nice touch in the free update. There we go. You failed to see the point of a sequel. Any features or improvements you could add to Dreamlight Valley don't really require a new game. And of course, there's the topic of characters. Yeah, I feel like the characters one is kind of one of the biggest things. Like, it wouldn't really make a lot of sense. Also, I think this is the type of game that's intentionally meant to, like, go for as long as possible. A la Disney Magic Kingdoms. I feel that I'm already going off course of what I thought this was going to be with the little that I thought about it, but it's fine. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. Thanks for hanging out, Decorist. I appreciate it. Okay. This is very much a we'll keep going on for as long as it keeps making money kind of game. Yeah, which I think actually, I don't like hate that. I think obviously they want it to be profitable, but also like it being profitable is beneficial to fans of the game. Like obviously there's always a sort of sweet spot. Like you don't want as a player to feel taken advantage of with monetization and things like that. But at the same time, if the game is making money, then they're going to be incentivized to keep adding new content to the game, and that's just good for players. Hi, Kaylee. Hello. You hope we get more expansions. So far, you think Storybook Vale has been your favorite aesthetically. Storybook Vale is my favorite aesthetically, but I feel like Storybook Vale introduced a couple of concerns about DLCs for me, and I hope that the developer team doesn't take people's excitement about aesthetic as a sign that like everything's chill with the rest of it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like people are fairly loud about their preference for Storybook Vale over Rift in Time. Obviously not everybody, but I feel like a lot of people prefer it, and I think a lot of it is because of the characters, the aesthetic, and the kind of cohesiveness of the story, the world, the themes kind of thing. And those are all good things, but if the developers are like, oh, slay, well, they loved it, we can just keep doing this, then I feel like I need to be like, I'm actually what else do I need? You want them to add jumping? You don't know why you want that, but you just love endlessly jumping in games. I know a lot of people enjoy that. I feel like I'm not an excessive jumper. I need something here. I feel like I need more ruins. What about something like this back here? But if I put you somewhere where you're not going to delete every... Really? That was just disrespectful, actually. Because I was specifically looking for it to not be yellow anywhere. You see it in a similar way as an MMORPG like World of Warcraft. Came out in 2004 and it's still thriving today. And getting new expansions every 1.5 years because they keep modernizing it. I've never played World of Warcraft before. But from what I hear, yes, it's been around a very long time and people are very into it. might work. After having plenty of time to fully complete Storybook Vale and now grinding Eternity Isle, you prefer Eternity Isle. I think Eternity Isle for me felt like I was getting more value for my money. I've talked about this a lot, so y'all can just tell me to stop. If you're over it. But like, I don't know. I feel like the mini game has more replayability. I feel like crafting furniture stuff, like we got more of it overall. I also feel like I can't stand this tree arch. What was the other thing? Oh, time bending. I feel like it's more usable of a skill than snippet catching is. Like, there's a reason to time bend beyond just the main story content, right? Because you have the ancient machines that are really nice. So yeah, I just feel like it's got a lot of things going for it that feels like it's giving a little bit more value to me. Although I do prefer the aesthetics and the characters from Storybook Vale. And I do like the fact that it was more cohesive. I didn't mind kind of like the more chaotic aspect of Rift in Time, like the character selection not really making sense with each other or not really having that much of a tie-in to the locations apart from maybe like Jafar and the Glittering Dunes, because I feel like that's kind of in the spirit of Dreamlight Valley anyway, but I think for a DLC it does make sense to kind of have things stick to a more specific theme, I guess. You think that I'd love World of Warcraft? When I picture World of Warcraft, how do I explain it? Okay, so you know when you're doing something on some kind of app and you get an ad for a mobile game where you're like a person or like an army like making numbers to like fight opposite armies kind of thing. World of Warcraft gives me that. I don't actually know what the gameplay of World of Warcraft is like, but that's the feeling I always get when I think about it, and that I don't know if it's my vibe specifically. The next royal tool needs to be something we can use regularly outside the DLC. I do agree. What if I need to move that. It needs to be back further so it doesn't block the face. Rift in Time feels very experimental. I guess. I mean, it was the first one that they came up with. And I guess they just decided to like throw some things together, see how people felt about it, which I think is fair, you know? You're introducing a new type of content for the player base. Just seeing how it lands and kind of adjusting accordingly. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, really. Okay, in terms of like bushes and stuff. Hi, Aces. Hello. You like everything that came from Eternity Isle. You like the look of Storybook Vale. As for the stories from either DLC, you lean more towards Storybook Vale. I don't know if I have a story that I prefer between the two. I don't know if I'm going to use these. I feel like probably not, but I'm going to stick them here anyway. Definitely a lot of this kind of stuff. That's the exact same thing. just, you know, all the Eternity Isle things, except for these. I detest these. Not the way that they look, just their footprint. Why is it so giant? And it like doesn't really allow you the flexibility of putting it near things like the rest of the plants from Rift in Time do. It's just a little bit of a buzzkill plant for me personally. Don't offend the World of Warcraft community. I've never played it. I've never seen it. That's no hate to anybody who plays World of Warcraft. I'm just saying my perception of it, which could be incredibly incorrect. It's nothing like that? Oh. Good to know. You played it for years. You loved crafting. Is it like Palia? But like more aggressive? You want them to go back and fix all the item footprints of older foliage? Yes. Give us the ability to clip, especially like foliage items, into each other. And please, for the love of all that is good and gracious, give us the ability to put this fern on paths, because again, one of my favorite soapboxes to get on, why does every other fern go on top of paths besides this purple one? What is the point of this? What is the reasoning? How did this even happen? What is this? Anyway, you go over there. You go away. And let me have a lighter fern as well. Oh, wait, actually. Oh, no, I feel similarly about these to the other plant. Because what is this giant footprint on the bottom? Otherwise, I would use this a lot more because it looks like it's going to be a tiny little dainty footprint. You can put it anywhere. You kind of can with these, but like it gets in the way of things way more than you would think it does. I'm going to put it there and hope for the best. Lots of fern. There we go. Do we think we'll get new tool skins and get skins to match old sets for the net? I think we will probably get skins for the net. I think we'll probably eventually get another tool skin set, but I could see it being a while, and I could see this being kind of multifaceted as to why we kind of haven't had them in like a year at this point, right? And also, yeah. Okay, and why I also think we probably won't get one for a little while, if I had to guess. I think it probably has to do with the fact that we get new tools with DLCs, or we have with the two that we've had, the two DLCs, because that means that every time they give us a DLC, they have to go back and make a cosmetic for the new tool. And it doesn't really make sense to make players pay for that separately, because that would be kind of messy. And I don't know how long it takes them to make that kind of a thing, but it is work that they otherwise would not have. So I think that's probably a contributor to why we haven't had them recently, and why I think we probably won't get them for a while. But I think another reason is that they're an expensive item in the premium shop, which may or may not have anything to do with the amount of effort or difficulty of making them. But I think it's also probably something that could potentially be more of an inconsistent performs more inconsistently in the shop, because I feel like a lot of people will kind of pick a tool set that they enjoy and they'll kind of stick with that one. I know I don't really change my tool set that much. And because they're such an expensive item, I think people are probably a little bit hesitant to purchase a tool set if they already have one that they like, because they're like, why would I spend the cost of a house on this thing that I'm probably never going to use? The Tiana update was the last set. Wasn't it the Lion King, like, take 2 of the realm? I think that's when we got the villain set. But I'm not 100% sure. I feel like there should be something else. Oh yeah, thank you all for hanging out, and thank you for liking the stream if you have. I appreciate it. You think the sales for them weren't as great as they wanted because of the high moonstone price tag? Yeah. And it's like, I just feel like changing your outfit is one thing. Changing a tool set just feels like something that probably a lot of people don't really do unless they're actively trying to use a tool in a DreamSnap. But I feel like that might not be an incredibly like prevalent thing to do. I don't see a whole lot of DreamSnaps where people are posing with their tools. Every once in a while, especially with certain themes, but for the most part, I feel like people don't. Okay. You'd be more excited for tool skins if they were like a star path reward. That might be kind of cool, actually. Ooh, maybe they could be a bonus reward. That would be cool. That would be neat. Because like a whole set of tool skins does feel kind of like a lot for the rewards for a star path. But like for a bonus reward, I feel like that makes sense. These also have an annoyingly large footprint, but kind of want to use one somewhere. Zoom, 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 zoom. Oh, that just reminded me of Xenon. I don't think I'm going to be able to grab that. I don't know if I've put anything there. Oh, okay, cool. You've used tool poses on your DreamSnaps like maybe twice since they added the feature. Yeah, I think probably same. I don't use it very much at all. All right. You think the next update is going to be Descendants characters? The next update, they already have the roadmap for the next 2 updates. One of which is a second dip into a realm. It seems like it's probably going to be Lumiere and Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast. And then the last update this year is going to be Cinderella. Sure. They got a reinvent tool, sell skins, but with, oh, like a bonus? A shovel skin with increased drop rate. Oh, that would be interesting. That does make sense. I feel like that would get a couple people to buy a set that maybe otherwise wouldn't. Can I turn you on? Thank you. Oh, that reminds me, I need the other orb. Listen. We've been here before. I need to make a list and write this down. Do y'all remember what the floating orb that's on the ground is called, that we only have one of from Rift in Time, that for some reason I don't believe is filtered under Ancient Civilization? You're kind of over the recolors under the bonus section. You like them, but it's not very exciting to unlock them. I agree. I like the ones from this time around because they're like very noticeably different. I think a lot of the ones in the past have been too similar to feel warranted. I like having the blue and the red this time around. It feels very like on theme for the style, and it's fun to like mix and match, but overall I feel like I'm not the biggest fan of the recolors as bonus rewards. Also the house this time around, but I've mentioned that before. We can just move past that. Need a little Mikey. Probably right here. Where do you see the info on updates? You know there's a Mickey one coming, but you haven't seen anything. A Mickey update? The information on updates, they post to their social media accounts. They post pretty much everything to their Discord. I usually see things on Twitter, but they post a little bit more on Discord than they do on Twitter. And also their website, which I think is just DreamlightValley.com. Let me see. DreamlightValley.com has a whole news section, and that's where they have the patch notes. They'll have event blogs. I'm looking at it right now. That's why you can't like hear the game or see anything moving. And whenever they have showcases or roadmaps, they also post that in the news tab as well. Feel like we might be getting a gothic enchanted castle star path to go with the Beauty and the Beast theme. That would be interesting, and also maybe too spooky to be close to an actual spooky time star path. We all know I'm a spooky star path hater. I have accepted this about myself. I feel like you all have accepted this about me as well. I don't like them. I wish we didn't have them. I know people are happy because we didn't have one last year. That's fine. Hopefully next year we won't, but having a like Halloween spooky star path and also like a gothic enchanted castle, they feel like slightly too similar themes to be back to back, even though they are different. I know they're not the same thing. Jess, there's an Inside Out memory event that's starting on Wednesday. A tool set with their own unique poses for each tool in camera mode would be sick. Oh, that would be cool too. They've been very careful to not be pay to play, which premium shop tools with bonuses would feel pay to win. I don't know. I mean, I would have to think about that a little bit to have like a full thought out opinion about it. But my initial feeling is that I a little bit disagree, because I feel like it would make grinding things a little bit easier, but things are already really doable in the game. And the only thing that's really like competitive, so to speak, in Dreamlight Valley is DreamSnaps. And apart from maybe making it slightly easier to craft certain furniture items, I don't see having drop bonuses on tools as a as a DreamSnap breaking feature. I almost consider it less impactful than having outfits in the premium shop. You know what I mean? Like, I think having outfits and furniture, like those are going to be used in DreamSnaps really frequently. Having those present, not that like I'm more inclined to vote for something based on whether there are premium shop items. I don't even pay attention to that, but it does give you more options. I feel like additional drop rates for things affects your ability to perform in DreamSnaps less than having additional cosmetics. That I think is just my initial opinion. But I'm a fan of the poses idea. I think they could also just sell poses in the shop. Like, I would prefer to get them for free, but I would also happily spend my moonstones on poses. Not even just for DreamSnaps. I also just use them for like thumbnails and stuff. It's nice to have options. You don't think we should move past that because, like, what? could have had a cute diner or something. Who's gonna use a giant traffic cone? Well, yeah. I assume there are people who like the traffic cone. Maybe if you're a Cars truther, you really, really love that. If so, I love that for you. The traffic cone house doesn't do it for me. I mean, I reserve the right to change my mind until I see it in my game, because sometimes things look better when I'm actually looking at it on a map in my game. I don't anticipate that will be the case with this specific house, but it could be. But for now, it's not doing it for me. You don't think drop bonuses would be pay to win, but you think the DDV community would express outrage. I'm not sure. I think any group of people online are liable to be angry about something. The Dreamlight Valley community is no exception. Do I think a lot of the things that people get upset about are justified? Yes. Do I think some of them are a little bit unnecessarily dramatic? Yes. I don't know. I'm not sure if people would get upset about that, honestly. Only one way to find out, I guess. Yeah, I don't say that to be shady. Like, it's just kind of the way that people work in groups, especially in groups on the internet. One person gets mad about something and then other people are like, oh yeah, wait, I'm mad about that too. Which is fair. I do that too. Someone will say something, I'll be like, you know what? I too am angry about this. You skipped a day to check your shop because you were desperate for something new. Now 4 garlic plants are stuck in a spot you were going to do dream snaps. Wait, what do you mean they're stuck? I need some more giant flowers. I don't think I want to use the purple ones. I think this purple one is too light for what we have going on here. What if I put this like there or something? Ancient's Landing pedestal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? Let me write this down. Chances of me remembering this, even though I write this down, incredibly small, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Ancient's Landing pedestal, aka floating orb. Slay. This one. And then it turns into the orb when you put it down. I don't know where I want it to live. Maybe here. That's not what I wanted. Did they change it? No! I am so full of sadness. It's not just the floating orb anymore. Petition for them to give us floating Atlantean orbs. I should have never picked you up. Nightthorns will not spawn in your Forgotten Lands. You're stuck on Joy's Imagination Land quest until they do. Oh my goodness. I have not done any of the friendship quests with either Joy or Sadness. We're going to be getting into that on Wednesday, I think. We'll do the event and some friendship quests. Okay. We got stuff happening. I think I need to get rid of that there, though, because it's blocking a thing. Maybe I can move that somewhere over there. And I also would like, I think... Wait, actually, let me check this again. Yeah, I need some stuff over here. Maybe I push this over here instead. A little bit blocking the bench, but I think that's probably going to be better overall. It is two of those right there, which is a little strange. I could alternatively put it over here. The trial and error of the dream snaps. Okay, there, but like closer. Wait, have we talked about the fact that the Twilight movies are coming back to theaters yet? Is it weird that I kind of want to go see them in theaters? Because I a little bit do. We haven't, but yay. Yeah, I saw something about it and I thought it was a joke. And then my sister reached out to me about it. And I feel like maybe this is kismet because I've been meaning to rewatch the Twilight movies. All signs have been pointing to Twilight, as a magic 8-ball would say to me in my life. Like everything's been coming up Twilight. So I think it's just time for me to go see them. You sobbed in the movies when you went to watch the last one. No spoilers, but what in the world were they doing with that last movie? To be fair, I haven't seen it since I legitimately don't think I've watched Breaking Dawn 2 since it came out, but I remember the feeling of being in the theaters. I remember the uproar. I remember the shock and the surprise. It was all quite a lot. I remember the CGI baby most of all. That terrifying. Almost anytime I see a baby in a movie, I think about the CGI baby from Twilight. Especially after, oh my goodness, I won't say what it was in, but I watched something recently that also had a CGI baby. It was creepy, but way less creepy than Twilight. So that's good. I mean, granted, it was like, what, 15 years? No, it can't have been 15 years. 10 years maybe after Breaking Dawn Part 2 came out. The baby was wild. Listen, actually, there are a lot of things that we should never forgive or forget. Twilight for many things. A lot of them I feel like we just like everyone talks about, but I feel like no matter how much we talk about it, it's still not enough because what do you mean? Well, it's fine. We don't need to go there. Just simply just what do you mean? Haley, I haven't reread Twilight also since probably like the movies came out, but there was a kind of like special edition of the books that came out last year maybe, or it might have been this year, I don't remember, but they have like black covers with kind of like multicolored wildflowers kind of at the bottom of each of them. I feel like it doesn't quite make sense to be a Twilight book cover, but it looks cute. I'm gonna get rid of this rug because we can't even see it, and I'm gonna put some other stuff over here instead. You first watched the Twilight movies 3 months ago. What was that like? Because I feel like a lot of people only know Twilight through the lens of some kind of nostalgia, and I feel like it can't possibly be enjoyable without that. But maybe you really liked it. Like, even with the nostalgia, I don't know if I would enjoy it. Oh, the editions come out next month. Oh, I saw the pre-order for them then. They are pretty books. I like when you have a series of books and you like put them next to each other on a shelf and the spines make like a cute picture. Like there's an unofficial like dust jacket set for Akatar that makes like this really pretty like mountainscape. I kind of want that, but I don't think I care enough. But I don't think I care enough about Akatar specifically to buy the necessary hardbacks to fit those and then also buy the custom dust jackets. But if someone had them on their shelves, I would cheer and clap because I think that's fabulous. It's an interesting experience. You won't say you loved them whatsoever, but they were very chaotic. They were. Twilight, I have many concerns, many questions, but it also, it gave us a lot as a society. A lot that I don't necessarily think we needed. A lot that I would like to see kind of fade into the background of the cultural zeitgeist, but a lot nonetheless. Hi, Sarah. Hello. The romance was more funny to you than serious. Fair enough. Fair enough. The director of Twilight also directed the live action Beauty and the Beast. I did not know that. I'm not like a director girly, which I probably should fix that. I don't really know a lot about directors. Oh, you know what I probably need? The luminous flowers. You're hoping it gave us what not to accept in relationships. That's one thing. That is something that really grinds my gears. I go on this soapbox a lot too. I don't mind a messy relationship in media, but I need us to not peddle it as the most like what we want. You know what I mean? I feel like we have way too much of that in books, especially because y'all being some people, not you all specifically, although if you do, a little side eye, y'all love a book with the most toxic relationship you ever done seen, and y'all love saying my man, my man, my man about the likes of one Rhysand, and I have concerns. That relationship is not cute on either side, but it's not cute. Like, also, I feel like no one wants to talk about the fact that there was that time when a certain someone, a certain Miss Feyre, I can't even say the word on YouTube, I don't think, because YouTube won't like it. Anyway, it's when you're in a relationship with someone and you cause them physical harm. She straight up did that. And no one wants to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it, but I feel like we need to. Because just because he's a man and she's so frail and so tiny, that doesn't make it okay. Just because she was mad and he knew that he could take it, that doesn't make it okay either. Existential, it's A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's a fairly entertaining read, I'm not gonna lie. But I just don't like the fact that people think that that relationship is like the pinnacle of all relationships. I love a messy relationship. I love the Magnolia Parks books. But the Magnolia Parks books, the characters and the author and the audience, everybody's on the same page about the fact that the relationships are incredibly toxic and we're there for the tea, we're there for the drama. And that's fine. Like, when we're all on the same page, I think that's cute. When we're not all on the same page, that's when I think it's annoying. Also, I have no real evidence for this, having not read the books in quite a long time, but I feel like spiritually I blame Twilight for the overabundance of the tiny girl, like, weakling trope in romances. There's nothing wrong with being tiny, but I feel like it becomes a little bit of a weird thing sometimes. Grab another one of you. Your 23-year-old self got her absolute life to that romance involving a dark and handsome Fae. You can't be mad at her for that. Listen. It's all good. A young, naive me went through both an Edward phase and a Jacob phase. Neither of whom were who big age me would prefer to have as any sort of romantic partner. ACOTAR fans have no nuance. Everyone likes to say that either Rhysand or Tamlin did nothing wrong. Why can't they both be awful? They're both bad. And the worst part, listen, okay. Much like, okay. I feel like I have to, like, I despise when I feel like I'm put in the position of supporting someone I don't want to have to support, because if I don't do it, who else is going to? Okay. You know, like, I have to, okay. This has happened to me recently with Love Island, where it's like, I know this person has said some things like that they feel some type of way in their, like, real life and do things in their real life that I don't support, that I think are questionable. And yet I have to support them now because no one else is going to, like, in terms of what they're actually doing in the villa. What's up with that? Whatever. Fine, I'll do it. But, like, that happens with me with ACOTAR too, specifically with Tamlin and Lucian. I don't know how we're supposed to pronounce his name. Also, can we talk about why? Anyway, we don't have to. Because is he a problem? Yes. And also, everyone else is a problem too. I'm not ranking people's wrongs. I'm just saying everyone's done wrong, and people in the book and people in the fandom choosing to villainize him specifically and ignore everybody else's wrongdoings. It's what I call the Elena Gilbert or the Vampire Diaries effect, where there's, like, a group of friends who are seen as protagonists in a book, and therefore anytime they do something wrong, it's justified because they're a good person and they didn't mean to and they've changed. But anytime anyone else does something wrong in a book or, like, in that setting, they're immediately evil and irredeemable, and, like, anything we do bad to them is justified. I don't buy into that. That doesn't sit well with my soul. Hi, Magister. Hello. Older you prefers Charlie from Twilight? Listen, maybe I need to reread and give Charlie a once-over. Two people can both be wrong. Exactly. I don't have to support either argument. I just have to be the voice of reason saying that Tamlin is not the big bad. Everyone's the big bad, and it's a matter of perspective. They're all the villains in everyone, like, in the other person's story. And that's okay. I mean, it's not okay. It would be better if no one was anyone's villain, but... I kind of want to be... I guess closer to this is what I want. You start a new position on Thursday. That's exciting, Lucy. How's he just gonna accept the nothing Bella told him? Wait, you know what? I saw someone argue recently, and I don't know if I agree with it or not. I saw someone very passionately declare that the very dramatic passage of time that occurred in Twilight New Moon. Okay, here's one thing. We can say what we want to about Twilight and Stephanie Meyer and all of that. She ate that one little thing in in the book when suddenly we get like a very dramatic passage of time. She ate that a little bit. But I saw someone arguing that that was not because of Edward, and I don't know how I feel about that. That is not even a little bit in the right position. You're sad the ACOTAR show got canned? You would have enjoyed the aesthetics of it. I feel like it could have been cool. I think just selfishly, I want something that's not SJM to give us that aesthetic. Fae, romance, fantasy world building. I also think, like, unfortunately, the ACOTAR show would probably focus so much on the romance. Like, that's kind of the point of it, right? But I feel like the world building has potential, and that's kind of how I felt about the books too. Like, I was kind of frustrated that they didn't go into, I don't know, that it didn't go into more with the world. Put you there. Thanks for the sip reminder, Magister. No father is accepting everything that happened by Bella just saying basically just accept I'm here now. Wild. Yeah, there are a lot of interesting things that happen in that. It's not all Edward, but processing the trauma. I mean, it is probably, but she would not have done that, I don't believe, if she hadn't got dumped. You know, like, the dumping was the catalyst. And I think had the dumping not occurred, she would have just continued to do what she does. Also, no. Like, also the fact that, like, she's having whole hallucinations and stuff. It's Edward. It's Edward. Was she processing what was happening? Maybe. But then she goes, like, cliff diving. Like, there's a lot that's like, girl, this is a man. He's a wrinkly old grandpa in a sparkly man's body. You know what I mean? Like, he's not worth all that. I think I need more of these. Where do I put them? Disney should turn Wings of Starlight into a film, to be perfectly honest. I haven't read it yet, but I want to. I'm trying to see if I can fit it into my my TBR for the month. When you go back and look at your rewards from DreamSnaps, you can't see the photos you submitted. Don't know how you didn't notice until now. Wait, like in the mailbox, you mean? I might see if I can flip this around to be like this. That might be cuter. It's so good. Wings of Starlight. I kind of want to, I've also been putting off reading it because I kind of want to rewatch the Tinkerbell movies before I read it. I feel like that's kind of like required backstory for me, you know? You know what I've discovered? I've discovered just now, I think I actually need to move this bench up here. Because I think I need something taller here. I think one thing about the traditional... Actually, pause. Because I wasn't trying to go for like exactly the stereotypical 4K DreamSnaps look, but I feel like they tend to have kind of a lot. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't think I've looked at these top submissions. There's so much stuff. I can't like... I get so stressed if there's too much stuff. I don't know how people do that. It's also all quite close oftentimes. And I tend to have things fairly far away from me. All right. I think I need to attempt to pull this here. I don't know if that'll actually work though. Because if I did something like this, then I could probably put like a tree right here. You've been getting more critter feeding memories lately. That's amazing. I need to get back to critter feeding. I haven't done that in a minute. I would almost want that to be back a little bit more, but I don't think I can really do that because of these. But maybe that's just going to force me to try something different. Maybe we put the little Mikey back here. On the topic of stereotypical 4K dream snaps, would I agree there's an issue with overstimulation in popular dream snaps, as in way too much going on visually? I know that's something that a lot of people have expressed as a way that they feel. I think there is a lot going on visually, but I think I kind of like it for the most part. I don't think it's something that I dislike looking at, but I think it can be done in ways that are less, like, I don't know, sometimes I like it more than other times, if that makes sense. I feel like it has to, if not actively be intentional, it has to read as intentional for me to enjoy it. Otherwise, I'm like, what am I looking at? I'm sorry to hear that, Anthony. I don't know if this is the like reasoning or something, but I used to have a lot of social anxiety. I've kind of phased out of that, thankfully, but it was really bad and not fun. This kind of looks weird just being in the middle here. You feel like 90% of the top submissions are extremely visually overwhelming, which always makes you wonder why it's so popular to be overwhelmed in a submission. I feel like in a way, it almost comes across as like, I don't know, when I see submissions like that, it almost feels like abstract art or something in a way. Like, I'm looking a little bit less at the actual details of what's in the picture and a little bit more at just like the general colors and like composition. I don't know if this is giving better or worse than what we had before. I mean, we would need more stuff kind of here. I kind of hate having that there. I think I'm going to change it back. Yeah, I just need something here then, though. Just glad we seem to be past the absurd amount of sparkles and rainbows phase. Oh. Interesting that you say that, considering considering I'm probably about to overload this with butterflies, but noted, noted. Noted, noted. Generalized anxiety. I'm sorry to hear that. Players mostly vote quickly, so it's like the quick glance kind of catch your eye rather than a deep dive for most players, for sure. I would say I'm not like an instant voter usually, but I don't often like expand a photo to look at it unless I really like it, kind of, at first glance. And then I'm like, whoa, let me look at what's going on in this. Kind of want the little Big Hero 6 tools. And dangerously, I kind of want like a time-bending core. I just don't want to have to go and grab one from my house. Big Hero 6, Big Hero 6. Pop those there. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, maybe the tools doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna not do that. Butterflies aren't visually overwhelming. Well, that's good. You feel like you lack the exact talent that earns people 4K weekly, specifically because how spammy and repetitive snaps are nowadays. I have been lucky recently to have a bit of a streak. I don't know how long it is. I don't keep track of it, honestly. But I do appreciate it. It's nice. I like getting moonstones so I don't have to pay for them as much, but for the most part, it's kind of like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's a lot of luck. I do try to make something that I think looks nice, but that doesn't always mean that people are going to vote for it. And you never really know what you're going to be up against in voting. So that's just an additional variable that you can't really plan for. Oh, I also need to fill in that gap right there. Yeah, I need something there. Maybe I'll move this bench up like here then. I don't know why. It's just like giving blank. Put that there. Bring back the tree idea. Bring back the tree. This is a different tree. If I do that, maybe I can turn this. That might work. But rotate that way. At the end of the day, it's a matter of taste. You think it's great if people love to overload their photos with sparkles and whatnot. You just feel it makes you lose the focal point of the photo. Yeah, sometimes I do feel like some of the pictures that just have like a lot going on really close to the character, it feels like the theming of the photo gets a little bit lost. Not always, but sometimes it's like there's so much going on that it's like, okay, I kind of get where this is going with the theme, but mostly it's just a lot of stuff, you know? You're on a 12-month streak of 1,500 or less? Wait, really? Okay, I think I do like this better. Every time I see the kind of light, I don't know what you would call this, but it's like the way the light kind of phases out from here. It looks like fog. Yeah, I just need something a little bigger back here too. You're on a 2-week streak. You make what you like. What you make from it doesn't bother you because you just want the moonstones regardless of how many. Yeah. I feel like overall I do prioritize my own like enjoyment when I'm making DreamSnap. So obviously I want to do well and get a good amount of moonstones because I want to save money, like real money. But I pretty much decorate in a way that makes me happy. Like I try not to focus too much on thinking about what is going to do the best, because also I just don't know. I don't know what people are going to want to vote for, you know? Don't like when there's a ton of submissions with just a selfie with a new villager that doesn't play into the theme at all. Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes that's just people submitting something, maybe like a placeholder that they don't get around to changing, or maybe they just like actually don't enjoy doing dream snaps. So they just submit a photo, like any photo, just to get the bare minimum. And I'm not going to fault somebody for that. Like, if dream snaps isn't your favorite thing, it's a game. I don't want people to feel like they have to do something just like because they're forced to if they're not liking it. Okay. I need like a big bush or something. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I want something that's going to be a different color to that, like, green, though. I kind of think maybe this will work. Could also be younger players. That's true. Oh, that's not tall enough. What if I do, like, a vine wall? It's gonna be a similar green, but maybe it'll have a little bit something extra going on. I don't hate it. The big pink bushes from Ethiopia. I do love those bushes. I just don't know if the color scheme would be like exactly what I want for this spot. I do love those bushes. I really wish we had them in more colors. Yeah, that's fine. Something like that. And then I think actually I'll probably pull this up here if I can. Or push that back there. I need something there. Kind of want it to be this. At the end of the day, you would much rather have underperforming results if we got the ability to pin more than 2 items. Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm surprised they gave us the ability to pin items at all. It's the kind of thing I wouldn't necessarily have expected them to give us. But it would be nice if it were more. Okay, I also need Maybe something like this back here. Is that gonna be in enough? I don't think so. Because I need to kind of fill this space a little bit to make it look like that's less of a cavernous area. Cool. Do you agree with being able to pin more than 2, at least 4, with how many things it can be picked from? I mean, that does sound nice. And also, though, I don't think we ever have more than 4 actual new things. So I could see them not wanting to do 4 because then it's like some people that will be literally everything new to them in the shop. And they kind of have to, or I would imagine they probably feel like they have to maintain a feeling of like urgency in terms of purchasing things. So if you could like pin everything from a week, I don't know if that's something they would want to like you to be able to do. Move this over here a little bit. And I think that's kind of fine over there. I don't think I even mind the amount of open space over here, although one more tree kind of like right there would be kind of nice if I could manage it. What if they did a compromise where we could pin a collection? I mean, I'm not like against them allowing more things to pin, but I just feel like pinning a whole collection is like a lot of stuff. Because sometimes we don't have more than one collection in the shop. Most times I feel like we don't have more than one collection in a shop. Not the right spot. Over to the side more. You'd love to scroll through the entire catalog of premium shop items. I feel fairly confident in saying that they will never allow us to do that. Because again, they like, there has to be like a sense of kind of FOMO or like scarcity. If you could get anything at any time, it's like there's no incentive to act now. And they kind of need people to have the incentive to act now to get people to buy moonstones. We're almost there. And it works on you? Well, yes, it works on me too. They have been bringing things back a lot more frequently recently, though, with the addition of like the collections that they've been adding, which is nice. Okay, first butterflies, then Adding some additional random items, maybe someplace where we cannot see them. Okay, new items, butterflies. I guess we'll do just all of the colors. You there. I'll put you there. You there, maybe? That's a lot of them. What if I put you there instead? Where did I put you? There? What if I put you there? We'll see. You're too hopeful to survive in the world of capitalism. Listen, I think there are a lot of problems with the way that things work. And, like, I just feel, I don't know. There are too many things that keep it working. Trying to decide how I feel about the different colors in the different places. Okay, I'm going to put, I think I need an orange one back here somewhere. I think I need a blue one up here somewhere. You're glad they didn't get rid of the companion bundles? You still need a few of those? Wait, the companion bundles? Have I paid attention to this? I have not. Oh. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they had put any others down here. It's just the max one, but yeah. I like when they have the permanent bundles. I just understand why they don't have like everything permanent. And then perhaps we'll put one of these back here somewhere. Is this a new floating island? This is, yeah, the Ancients Landing floating island. It's got a little bit of water back here. It's got all the like guardian statues on the little islands around it. Some ruins back here. It's cute. I'm a fan of it. There are so many butterflies. It's fine. We're gonna be so good. The glimmer spawn rate, last time I remember actively grinding for glimmer, I think it was only like once a day or maybe like every 12 hours or something that there was glimmer. I don't know if there's specifically a maximum number you can find. But yeah, I would usually only go into the realms once per day. If anyone else knows if you've been grinding glimmer recently, let us know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm upset about, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Today, most realms have none. Oh, interesting. The new realms don't spawn them. Wait, do the new realms not spawn glimmer? I did not know that. You know, you said butterflies aren't visually overwhelming. I know. Just, it's fine. Just let it happen for now. When we actually go to take the picture, we'll see what's happening. There are a lot of them. Okay, in my defense, though, it's not my fault that they're so heavily congregated in the one little item. You know what I mean? And if I have to have all of the colors, then I got to do what I got to do. Okay, yeah, that is something that I do feel about the butterflies. I really like the butterfly item. The more that I mess around with it, the more I mess around with it being the day that we got it on Wednesday and today. I feel like I really wish they gave us one that was multicolored, because I feel like it doesn't really make sense for there to be a bunch of butterflies that are all the exact same color in one place. You know what I mean? Not that everything has to make sense. This is a fantasy game, but like, when are you going to see a swarm of all orange butterflies like this? You know what I mean? So I wish they gave us one that was like the same size, the same number of butterflies, but an assortment of colors. Because once you start stacking them, it does get very overwhelming. But I feel like if you don't stack them, it's just giving kind of odd. Never too many butterflies. Well, I don't know that I absolutely agree with that, but you know. Okay, wait, what's going to be in the image? Behind that tree, everything back there. Okay. Goal. Hi, Brandy. Hello, hello. Find some things. Oh, I could use a waterfall. Actually, I hadn't considered this. But if I use a waterfall, is that going to block that stuff? What is this going to get in the way of, is my question. Did that delete something? I don't think so. Thank you for the zip reminder and the stretch reminder. Okay. What piece is that? The waterfall? It's from Nala's friendship quests. Oh, you can't even see it. Well, what if I pushed it back here? Oh, I can't because of that. I feel like that's where it would have to be, though, to be seen. So I think, unfortunately, it's just a flop. What about there? I mean, you can see it a little bit in the distance there, but like, for what? Actually, wait, is that cute or is that a flop? Do we prefer it or do we hate it? I don't know whether I prefer it or not. It's cute. All right, I'll leave it, I suppose. And extra tags. That's true. I mean, I am about to pop some things in various places to give me some extra tags as well, but that one won't hurt for sure. Change of plans. You're gonna go over there. And, oh, not that. You're gonna go back here. Okay. This way. Well, sure. I don't think I need the cacti. Is there anything I can use without being sneaky and hiding it? Not so much. Oh, this would have been cute. I still haven't made any builds with this. It's not going to be visible no matter where I put it, which is what I would describe as unfortunate. Actually, it probably would be visible there. But like at what cost, you know? I mean, actually, it's not going to be that visible. Which also kind of defeats the purpose. Or does it? We got one lone singular little rock. You love that item? I love that item too. I eventually want to make like a little Stonehenge adjacent thing with this. Maybe if I could, is it toadstool circle? Like have this in here and then have the pillars around on the outside. I think something like that would be so cute somewhere in the main valley because that's the only place I can have the pillars. Oops. Use a river kit, but that's not really necessary. Pile of leaves. Why not? Oh, I was thinking about using that swing before. I forgot. I was thinking about doing something with the camper van in this. Oh well. There will be opportunities for that in the future. Lily pad. There you go. Maybe. Though it might be better with this. Or both, perhaps. Just calculated how many moonstones you would need to get all of the items that you don't have and currently... Oh, wait, that are currently available. You need 55,000 moonstones just for clothing. That is a lot. I mean, the premium shop is expensive. It's incredibly expensive. Unnecessarily so, some might say. I would be one of those people who would say that, by the way. Well, sure. You can have that little bowl. I do wish, I know I've mentioned this before, and I know it doesn't really make the most sense. It's not the most feasible. I don't know how they would do this, but I wish there was a way when you are in furniture mode where like whichever way you're facing, anything that's in frame, it would calculate it. And when you were in the DreamSnap section, it would tell you how many tags you had. That would be probably a really difficult thing to implement, but I wish we had it. Let's see. Premium shop do be premiuming. That is correct. Hi, Charlotte. How's it going? Ooh, a hibiscus bush. A little bit of flowers in there. Why would I have these coconuts? Who knows? But maybe I would. It should be possible to do that with the tag since Daisy's challenge kind of does that. I guess it kind of does. I feel like it would just make everything a little bit easier with DreamSnaps. And I am very much pro things being slightly easier. You know what? I don't think that fern is even visible. I'll put you there just in case if you want to be there. Okay. What else? What else? I'm trying to be intentional. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkles. And by that, I mean not just toss a bunch of things in the background for no reason. Maybe I can put this up here instead of that green rug. Oh, that green rug is the bane of my existence. Wait, right now this is the bane of my existence. The butterflies. Okay, imagine a world where you move away. There we go. And you can move back there. Should be possible to filter Scrooges like we do in furniture. Oh, and that's not possible? Yeah. Like, why can we not do that with Scrooge's shop's inventory? That's just silly that we can't. Absolutely silly. I have this plant around a lot, but not the potted version, so that's a nice extra item we can have. Maybe I'll put one of these back here. Any essential theatrical movies you should watch? Oh. Musical theater movie adaptations. Chicago. Obviously Wicked, if you haven't seen that already. But if you haven't, what are you doing? Definitely watch Wicked. In the Heights, by the same director who did Wicked. Very good. What else is good? Rent. Fabulous. What else? What are some of our collective favorite musical theater adaptations? I'm trying to think. I feel like that's a good starting point. Those are like the classics, if you ask me. Did I hear about the new Ice Age? I did not. I've seen like maybe the first Ice Age. Well, no, I've seen the first Ice Age. I've seen maybe the second Ice Age. But I don't know if I actually have or not. I don't know if I can get away with this. It's gonna feel random. It's gonna look random, but is it gonna look random enough that I have to get rid of it? Disney is making an Ice Age? Does Disney own Ice Age? I don't know who I thought it was, but certainly not Disney. Oh, they bought the studio a little while ago and shut it down. Interesting. I don't know if it's DreamWorks. I had no idea. I don't remember. I saw it once. I think I saw the second one. Recently, I think I saw a clip of the first one again, and I was like, oh, that looked more rough than I thought at the time. It was Blue Sky Studios. Interesting, interesting. Makeshift hammock? I did know there was another Toy Story in the making. That is not surprising to me. That is not a surprise. about right there. Stunning. I have not checked out the Infinity Nikki update. I'm thinking about checking it out this week on stream. Do we feel like that's something we'd be into or not? Like, because if no one's interested, I will not. But if we are interested, I can check it out. I'm kind of curious to see what's up with it. I know how you feel. Wait, do I? Not as you wish. That's not helpful. You know what else is not helpful? This rain. I know I can turn it off in the camera mode, but still. I just dislike that they're making me do that. Become sunny. Girl, the no lighting. This might be cute enough. I could fit this. What is in the way of that? Is it you? Is it you? I wish you would get out of the way though. If I move you, then can I fit you? No, it's the rug. Okay. If I move you, and I move you temporarily and you permanently and you back there, then can I move you? Move you there. I am so sad. Actually, I don't know if that's a rug or if that's the actual fish. I think it's the actual fish. Okay. If you want to be that way. You'll be playing on Tuesday. You think now is a good time to jump back in? I do think now is a good time to jump back in, or at least try it out again, see how I feel. Okay, I think I just have to live with the way things are. You're gonna re-download Coral Island? Nice. Okay. Time to see if my computer gets mad if I turn this up when I'm trying to take a picture. Oh, before I start getting too fancy, actually. Are the 40s a good number for tags? 40s feels fine. I think that's okay. You just work here, fair enough. I wish I could see more of this flower there. Oops. I could maybe do something like this. That's a little better. Make it sunny. Put it in focus. Hide the companions. This is not the spot. Ah, that's it. That's it. The only thing is there's a lot of blank sky right there. That's not that cute, but maybe with butterflies flying in there, it'll be fine. Anyone hear about The Sims 4 being broken? I know that there have been issues with the pack selector tool since that update came out, and that there are some, like, a lot of mods that need to be replaced if you use mods in your game. It would be kind of cute to have it be this time where it's glowing, but can my character be... Ooh. Lit better. The character lighting is weird, but I feel like it kind of works in this because, like, I don't know, the glow could be emanating. I don't know. Yeah, Charlotte, we looked at that earlier on stream today. Someone mentioned about the Milo and Kita Funko Pops. Very exciting stuff. I'm not like a Funko Pop collector, but I'll probably buy a Milo and Kita, I'm not gonna lie. Contrast up. Something like this. Listen, I'm not a camera settings queen. I can mess with things a little bit, but like... I feel like this is maybe fine. Could I get another tree to cover a bit of the sky? I guess. I probably could. No, I don't think I could actually. Maybe, this is like a big boy though. I don't think I actually have any space behind this, so I think no. Yeah, I mean, that would be optimal if I could, but I think I legitimately don't have the space. I'm gonna take a picture once I feel like butterflies are in a cute position or something. And then... Why do I feel like I need more butterflies, actually? If I submit this... Wait. Submit this. And... Oh, wait, no, not motifs. How do I save to my gallery? I still kind of hate the fact that we can't save to the gallery and to, like, locally simultaneously. Because I don't think there's the ability to save locally from the gallery. If that makes sense. But you know what? I feel like if we had some butterflies right in here, that would be cute. We do have fireflies, yes. It doesn't look as cute here. I need more butterflies. An Atlantis theme? Well, yes. Maybe orange ones. What if I put them here? Would they be down here? What if I put these way far away over here? Would they pop in over there? And what if... Listen. If I put these here, I don't think they would be visible above here. I am a little bit sad. Let me see if I can get a tree in this area that's not gonna cover the statue, but I don't know if I can. Like, if I could fit it there, that would probably work, but if I put it here, which is where I can put it, I think that'll cover it. We'll see though. We'll check. And I'll pop some of these back here. If they're in the distance. I don't remember what color those were. They're in the distance, it'll be fine. It's covering it a little bit too much, I think. Then I rotate it a different way. There. Oh, no, that's worse. What about a different tree? A little tiny baby one. That might work, maybe. Nope. I need it to be like over the top of that tree. Do I have a really tall, skinny bamboo tree that can go there? You're kind of tall. Do I have a taller one? No, you're smaller. I think these are all the same size, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, well, we can try that. I actually don't know if that's where I need it to be. Let's try that. Oh! Anyway. That did not do what I needed it to do, but that's fine. I'm gonna move these in more. No, not you. Okay. Why, yes. A million things. Okay. Just hear me out. Do we just need like a couple like not a lot of them, but just like a couple? Just like a little couple fireflies. Maybe. Like really not too many, like really keep it tasteful though. You've been saying that for an hour? I thought you were joking! I thought it was a bit. Kitty, don't get me started. I think I owned 2 actual physical Owl City CDs. Those are not very visible back there. Yeah, I feel like this is giving. We have the fireflies back here. And maybe up here. I kind of want, like, I want something going through there, but I don't think I can really achieve that. How do you get the fish robot? I'm pretty sure you craft it at the crafting table. It's part of the Rift in Time DLC. Okay. What color are you? I can't tell. Purple. Okay, that's fine. What? Where are the orange ones? What are you? Also purple. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. What are you? Blue. Okay. You. Trying to get rid of some of these orange ones a little bit. That's fireflies. That's not in the picture. You can go back. You can go back. Hello, hello, hello. Not Owl City. You feel like everyone was obsessed with him back in 2007 or 2009. One or the other. Who knows? It was definitely one of those times. Listen, listen. One thing though, Owl City gave us, well, okay, some bops, not even just one thing. Owl City gave us multiple bops in his own right, okay? But also, Owl City inadvertently gave us Enchanted by Taylor Swift. We also don't have to talk about the fact that he did give us his own version of Enchanted. That was quite a time to be alive, but the actual song. Snaps and claps. Thanks for hanging out, my little corner. I hope you have a good time at work. Okay, do I still have these graphic settings? I do. It's giving not enough fireflies. Speaking of Taylor Swift, what are our general opinions about Sabrina Carpenter's new album? I'm curious. I feel like it's been pretty polarizing, and I want to know what we think. Companion invisible. Girl, the glitching of the hair. Stunning. You have strong thoughts. In which direction? Please let me know. What is Owl City? Owl City is one of those bands that's just one person. And they came out with a song called Fireflies in the late 2000s that was like everywhere. Very beep beep boop, electronic, techno pop. Yeah. They also then, like, well, I mean, even in their first album, but definitely by their second album, I feel like they were one of those people who did like mainstream pop, but also like Christian pop intermixed. You're in love with the album despite what you keep hearing. Fair, fair, fair. Not speaking of Taylor Swift and then brings up Sabrina. Well, okay, but Sabrina toured with Taylor, and also Taylor has a new album coming out that has a track with Sabrina on it. So I feel like it makes sense. Okay, character lighting. Mostly negative. Oh no. You haven't listened to it yet, but judging from the 2 singles and videos, you think... Ah, interesting, interesting. Leaning too much into the current concept, you think? I have only listened to the album one time. My initial opinion is that the album is very much giving Short and Sweet's older sister, but in the sense that the older sister is slightly more boring. Like, I feel like there are definitely bops. I kind of wish she had leaned more into House Tour. House Tour is giving like, it's giving a little something something. I don't know what it's giving, but it's something good. I enjoyed it. Like, okay, so when I first listened to Short and Sweet, like, I listened to the first couple songs and I was like, oh, so like Taste is gonna be the best song on the album, and like everything after that was like kind of not really like giving as much. And then we got to like, you know, Juno, and then like, this is the song, right. Like there was kind of a lull in the middle. I feel like I felt kind of that way about Man's Best Friend, but like it didn't have as strong of a start. I feel like they both have bops, but I feel like the songs that are not bops on Short and Sweet, I feel like are slightly more to my taste than the songs that are not bops on Man's Best Friend. So overall, it feels like the albums came out too close to each other to not compare them. And I feel like after a first listen of Man's Best Friend, I feel like Short and Sweet was stronger. Man's Best Friend is more cohesive, but I don't think that that always equals better. And I would like to see a little, like, I really like Sabrina's writing, but I would like to see a little bit more variety with her writing, because I feel like when everything is kind of like tongue-in-cheek, kind of like winky, witty, like, I just feel like I want a little bit of something else sometimes as well. She does that really well, but when it's on every song, it's not like my absolute favorite. Releasing 2 albums in 2 years, or 2 years in a row. Yeah. I mean, she's not the first person to do that ever. But I feel like it does definitely welcome comparisons between projects a lot more than if you release things kind of a couple years apart. I look very orange. I still look orange, but I feel like somehow it's better. Not gonna say anything because it would be inflammatory. Wait, what? Miss Ma'am? Yeah, I don't mind her, like, sort of musical persona. I think it's not something that a lot of people were doing necessarily in the mainstream space before she was. I think it works. What do I not like about this? It's something in this. It's the amount of green here. But I can't really do anything about that. I somehow still need more blue butterflies, but I'm just gonna let it be for now. How do I have 10 million butterflies? And also it feels like I have 0. Does that make sense? This is okay. I don't think I hate this. Submit this instead. Like, where are the butterflies? I know, but I put down so many of them. It looks like so many when I'm actually decorating, but then I go to... I need more butterflies. Let me just take another picture here to put in my gallery. Save to gallery. Kitty, I saw some Miley slander on Instagram the other day and I immediately thought of you. Collection, photo gallery, get rid of you, delete. Get rid of all of you. This was cute though. Wait, I forgot this was what we did for the thing. That was cute. Who are you fighting? I don't know. It was someone that was a song called Work It Out, that one single she released a couple years ago after Flowers or something. People were saying something about that. Okay. Delete. Okay, we have this. Oh, no. I wanted to make her bigger. Oh, there we go. I mean, it's fine. It is better than that one, I think. I look oranger, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I need more butterflies. We're on the hunt to have more butterflies in the picture. You there. See, it looks like 10 billion here. And it's not giving that in the actual photo. I also feel like we could have more fireflies. I think it's just the timing of like when things are flying through. Okay. Girl. Pose, Chica. Maybe the contrast is making them blend in? I don't think so. It could be that. Maybe. I think they just kind of like temporarily flicker out of existence. Focus. Not the butterfly colony. Listen. Let it happen. Let it happen. I feel like the thing is I need a fair amount of saturation and contrast. And the reason why I need that is because otherwise it's giving very gray. I don't know how much, like, it's giving gray, and I think it's because of the like light effect coming off of this, because we have the light like right around this, but then it extends kind of all the way out here into this like foggy sort of look. So if I don't adjust the contrast and the saturation quite a bit, the whole thing looks kind of like gray. And it still kind of does even with that, but it looks a little bit better, I think. It also looks more magical. Try one of the filters. That's true. I hate the filters. I don't know why. I detest them. There's like one that I like, but even that one I a little bit hate because of the fact that I had to use it all the time to sharpen the background. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. Oh, cancel. Wait, don't cancel. Save it to my gallery. I'll take one for the gallery. One for my computer. And then, let's see. Girl, who said you could unpause? Oh, I think, yeah, when you change the filters, they do that sometimes. I don't know why. Stop cheesing at me. Reach down again. Thank you. None of the filters work exactly like you want them to. Yeah, we need a filter slider. Like we have for Infinity Nikki. What is this? Girl. This is the filter I used to have to use all the time to sharpen the background, and it was... This is the only one that's giving it could work potentially, but I don't know if I can get rid of the weird like haze effect. I don't know if I want to fight with it actually. You know what? I'm pleased. And by I'm pleased, I mean I'm done. I mean I'm finished. Okay, we had that one. That one was cute, but it wasn't giving butterflies. I feel like... Not you. We have this one. And we have this one. I feel like the other one. Okay. This is A. Let me know your thoughts. A. Oh, no, B. They're incredibly similar. I pretty much can't tell the difference. This is when it would be nice to be able to look at them side by side. A. The thing is I could always change them too. B. I think this one is better. It's 4K for sure, and if not, the title didn't age well. I know, I was thinking about that. I was like, that's putting a lot of pressure on me, but... Yeah, I think the sparkle placement in this is good too. We're gonna do this one. Submit to DreamSnaps. Slay. Infinity Nikki camera mode is one of the best features in the game. They really nailed the camera mode. I agree. They did a really good job with it. Okay. I feel like this is a good image. I'm happy with it. I like it. It's kind of whimsical. It's magical. It's definitely a lot of nature, so that's fun. I love Atlantis, so go me for that, I suppose. Let me go ahead and vote on a couple of things. Oh, it is almost 5 o'clock here. I was not expecting that. I didn't realize we had been here that long. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for liking the stream if you have. Oh, wait, no, that was my dream snap from last week. Hopefully this one does well. I think it's cute. I'm happy with it. You missed last week's dream snap? Oh no! Wait, we all expected what? For me to be here forever? I don't know, because I feel like I looked down at the clock at 3:45 a whole hour ago, and we were already... Like, I was taking a picture. Why have I been taking a picture for an hour? Okay, I will vote for this one. Cute sunset. This was an outfit challenge for Farmers Market Fantasy. I've mentioned this before. I generally vote for the whole picture. I just don't like that we have outfit challenges in general. I like this one, I think. I like this one. Seeing this though, this is not this person's problem. It's just something that I remembered to be angry about now. The fact that the books, when you put them down, it makes like a heap of ground underneath them that's like annoying sometimes. Sometimes I just want to put it on a path, or like not even on a path. I want to put it on like in the library of lore or something and not have it have weird grass underneath it. Hear me out. This is a cute snap. Sometimes I feel like, okay, I'm a little bit guilty of doing this at times as well, where I'll just put on things for tags that don't necessarily make a lot of sense. For example, these glasses aren't making the most sense to me personally. I'm not a fashion girly, but And then sometimes I see him in DreamSnaps and I'm like, You feel like everyone mostly votes for decor, even in outfit challenges? I mean, I will vote for the picture that I feel like has the theme overall the best. Like, if the outfit in it doesn't make sense, I probably won't vote for it. But in general, I'm looking at kind of everything. Both ways, though, too. If there's a decor challenge where the decor is right and the person's outfit for some reason is like completely off theme, I'm like, what are we doing? Y'all, I kind of feel mean when I skip selfie photos, but I often skip selfie photos. Well, specifically for outfit challenges, but like, I don't know. I feel like I know what you're wearing, so I feel kind of bad. Like, you're wearing overalls, that's a vibe, but like, let me skip this one too. I feel mean when I skip things, is what I'm trying to say. I forgot that we have this item. Donald's face in this is funny. He looks like that one GIF that I tend to see in emotes a lot. I think it's a duck that's like smoking and shaking its head. That's what Donald looks like here to me. Thanks so much, Charlotte. That's very, very sweet. I appreciate it. Selfie photos for you are not it. Like, you feel like it's no effort, just not just low effort. I feel like a selfie photo can be good. Like, I have seen some that are really good. But for the most part, especially for outfit challenges, I feel like they don't quite make sense. I like them both the same amount. Which one am I gonna go for? I'm gonna go with this one. The left because it has lettuce. That's a very interesting... That's a very interesting way to choose which one to vote for. I feel like neither of these are really giving farmers market. Oh. Has anyone decorated with these Alice in Wonderland flowers? I have used them for a DreamSnap, but I've never used them for a full build. I'm gonna vote for this one. Oh, wait. Listen, it couldn't be me, but it's kind of, look at that. That's kind of cute. They used the motifs. Got Goofy standing in the water. That's cute. Olaf reading on the lawn. Wally talking to the little baby dragon. Tink doing Tink things. And balloons flying up into the atmosphere. You've only used those flowers in your Teapot Falls Wonderland build. They don't make sense anywhere else. Yeah, I'm going to use them in my Forgotten Island Wonderland build, I think. Okay, I'm pleased with this. This outfit is so cute, but it's not necessarily screaming that I need to vote for it. Okay, slay. We have completed a DreamSnap. I feel successful. How are we feeling? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up stream. My goodness, we've been here a long time. Thank you for hanging out if you've been here the whole time. This wild ride trying to figure out what we were doing. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to be playing tomorrow. We'll figure it out. I don't know if we should... Like, here's the thing. We have too many games. I want to play Discounty. I want to play Tales of the Shire. I want to play Date Everything. I only have so much time. I kind of want to check out Infinity Nikki on Tuesday. We're definitely doing Dreamlight Valley on Wednesday. I will have a member stream this weekend, so keep your eye out for that, I guess. Anyway, we're gonna go see... We're gonna go see Opal, who's building a Lion King area for a DreamSnap. So please pop by and drop a like and hang out if you have some time. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Don't forget to like the stream on your way out. And I will see you all soon. I'll post my schedule later today, probably. But yeah. Goodbye.